Hey everyone, thanks for joining us on this video. Important news, sad news, but a just continuation of what's been going on in the RV industry with especially new motorhomes. Before we get into this video, make sure you take a moment, make sure you subscribe, notification bells on, so when we release new videos on news, you'll be notified. Also, if you haven't been following us, if you're new to this channel, we just took ownership of a new to us motorhome. There's gonna be a lot of upgrades going on, a lot of things, a lot of travels we're gonna be doing, so you don't wanna miss that either.
This story is coming from KIMT.com and it's titled Forest City Community Reacts to Winnebago Industries Layoffs. So Winnebago Industries notified the state of Iowa that on June 13th, it intends to lay off around 200 employees in its motorhome divisions across the state.
Now, you've been following the trends. Every month we do the RV sales, which are the registrations, also the RV shipments. Shipments have been creeping up. Sales have not been up in like almost 3 years.
Yeah.
And especially the motorized Class A and motorized in general just continue to drop. Several reasons. Obviously, the cost of these motorhomes has become expensive for many. That's why we bought a used motorhome. The cost is just a little crazy at this point. Also, a lot of people are upset with RV quality. They don't like what's going on. A lot of people have been upset about that. Interest rates, of course, are still high. I know we're just at 6.49%, which is down from what it was like a year and a half ago. Certainly more than we paid for the base store, where we're at like 3.5. So a lot of different factors going into people not buying motorhomes.
At the Forest City location, they are set to reduce the workforce by 128 employees. So those unfortunate layoffs are going to happen. According to Isaiah Gray, who's a service advisor with the company's factory services department, the move was not a surprise. As we had just said, for some different reasons. They've seen decreased demand for Class A motorhomes, as we have been seeing over the last few years, and they've had a lot of trouble getting rid of their extra inventory.
Now, Winnebago is a publicly traded company. They're one of the larger RV manufacturers. You also have Thor, which is a very large RV manufacturer. And then Rev Group, also a large motorized RV manufacturer. Thor Industries, if you haven't heard, just recently announced the consolidation of Integra Coach diesel line, which starting in 2026 will now be under the Tiffin motorhome line, because the parent group of both Tiffin and Integra Coach. So continuing on the consolidation of everything, you got to become more streamlined, you got to tighten up those bootstraps when the business is not there.
Isaiah Gray, who I did mention, he says they are actually hiring more employees for the service department this summer, and he has high hopes that if the motorhomes do bounce back a little bit, that some of the people that will be laid off will be able to be rehired.
In a statement to KIMT News Channel, Daniel Sullivan, Communications Director for Winnebago Forest City Facility, said the company is doing what it can to make the transition easier for affected employees. They always say that. They try to have work fairs and things like that so the employees can either get an unemployment or get another job.
In a quote, "We are assisting affected team members during this period of transition." This is from Daniel Sullivan. "We remain committed to the success of our flagship Winnebago brand and continue to be invested in the Iowa community," the statement said. So the facility alerted the state about the layoffs. This was a part of a requirement of the WARN Act, which is the Worker Adjustment and Retraining Notification. This act requires employers with 100 or more employees to give a 60-day notice of pending layoffs.
Now, if you've watched or look at the new inventory for a lot of dealerships, especially the motorized, there's a lot of inventory out there. A lot of 24s still on the lot, a lot of 25s still on the lot, and 26ers are right around the corner. We'll be going to the Music City Motorhome Expo, where the 26s are going to be unveiled. A lot of people are putting in orders for those. Now, when we were shopping for our motorhome, we did not find this to be the case for used, well-kept motorhomes. In fact, those seem to be moving really well, and we want your feedback on this.
Well, we were looking for a decent motorhome and didn't want to put out the price of a lot of the newer ones, and I think a lot of people are feeling that too. If we found quality motorhomes, sometimes we didn't even get to go see them. They were being scooped up.
Yeah, because again, like I said earlier, the cost, like for us, the cost of our Dutch Star, for what we paid, I mean, you can't even get a new base Star for the cost of what we paid our Dutch Star. and a new Dutch Star is upwards over 800,000 now, MSRP 4369. So the costs are quite unreachable for most. And I think we talked about this back in COVID. The prices started going up, and then we said, where is the breaking point? Where are people just going to stop buying new motorhomes? And I think we might have gotten there because that used market is moving, but the new market is not moving as much.
In the comments below, let us know, have you purchased new recently? Have you purchased used? Are you along with us in those lines? What has your buying experience been?
Are you in the market? And if you're in the market, what are you looking at?
And we also want to send our best wishes to the employees that are being laid off and wish them the best in their job search.
What we have found that there haven't seen layoffs are service techs. There just never seems to be an amount. So maybe some of these people that are building, the employees that are building, become a tech. There's a lot of people hiring for techs. If you like videos like this to the left of us, we'll put our RV newbies playlist. We'll also put our RV vlogs playlist. And for myself and MJ, it's a journey of a lifetime. And we'll see you on the road.